Ladies and gentlemen, dear collaborators in Fulda and Petersburg, dear jury members, let's travel about 1,200 years back in time, to the very roots of Europe, to the educational reform under Charlemagne. The Emperor Charlemagne, or Charlemagne, intended to build his huge multicultural empire on the very foundations of culture and education. And right in the middle of it, the monasteries of Fulda and Petersburg and Abbot Raban. He had studied in Tours and he created one of the greatest libraries of the empire right in Hessian. Fulda and Petersburg became the engine of education and educational cooperation and thus a driver for progress and development. The transmission of antique knowledge and medieval thinking, networking, spreading knowledge. These features made Fulda and Petersburg a true cultural cradle for Europe and beyond. Both in my capacity as Minister for Art and Culture and as a Minister for Science, the educational network that spread throughout Europe and stretched until the Middle East from the 9th century onwards fascinates me. Long before the EU's Erasmus program was founded in 1987, this network demonstrated the value of exchange in education, learning by traveling, and cultural cooperation. Back then, it were monastic students who spread knowledge, script, and language with great dedication in all of Europe across the borders. Today, this is done by the ever more international universities, higher education, and research institutes. 1,200 years after Raban, Europe and the EU stand for intense cultural and human exchange beyond national and language borders, meaning encounters, experiences, discoveries, freedom of movement for all generations, and the exchange of knowledge. It is also thanks to Raban's visionary contribution that all of this became a matter of course. European integration started well before the first European treaties came into being. Today's European educational area started with the Carolingian educational reform and with the work of people such as Raban. Opening up horizons, overcoming borders, sharing and spreading education, safeguarding cultural traditions. Raban stands for all of these European values. I am delighted that Fulda and Petersburg put in their candidature for the European Cultural Heritage label as living places with an outstanding history. And I warmly welcome you to our event, European Cultural Heritage with Raban Education in Motion. You may see for yourself how significant Fulda and Petersburg were and are for European cultural heritage. I am pleased that we have such a high-level expert team and Mrs. Wiesner as a moderator today. And I sincerely wish you an interesting discussion. Thank you for your attention.